Hey guys, Kev here, and I want to do a video talking about my favorite writing instrument on the planet currently, the Soulbuilt Marksmith titanium bolt action Sharpie. And as you can see, they will laser things on here, even if you're a knucklehead and ask them to put dead nuts and detent diva on them. They will go ahead and do that for you because they are awesome people. Please go check out their website. I will link it down below. I will also link this product on Amazon because I can link an affiliate link through there. It still gets sold by them as I understand it. So either way, you're supporting their business, but it also helps the channel if you pick it up through Amazon. But I'm going to link their website because I want you to get over there, and I love what these guys are doing. This is a machined titanium version. So it's raw titanium, just machine finished, absolutely gorgeous finish. And this one I just got. The first one I've had for about 6 months. This one is a PVD coating or DLC coating. I'm not 100% sure. We can pull up their website a little later and look, but it is a bolt action style of pen, right? So you guys have seen bolt action pens before. You've probably seen the ones from Urban Survival Gear or Smooth Precision Pens, Kelvin over there, that use the clip as the bolt mechanism. Well, this is kind of the same deal here, right? Except this is not a pen. This spits out a Sharpie. Okay, so I've done a video on this before, but I want to do another one because it's been a while and I now have this other one. I've spent 6 months at least with one of these in my possession. It has become my favorite writing instrument ever. I love a good titanium pen. I've had a bunch. I have like 3 now. I've really pared it down. But the Sharpie just comes in handy for me so much more as we progress into this modern age of technology and whatnot. The pen has become less useful, right? I use my phone for notes. I use my phone for 90% of the stuff I used to write. But when it comes to a Sharpie, I still need it. I need it to cross off my name on packages like this when they come in. And I don't want you guys to, I don't want to dox myself. I use them constantly to write on packages when I'm shipping out. So what I do is I put everything in a package. Let's say I sold 3 knives, or I'm shipping stuff for Divo, or I did a couple of giveaways, right? I'll pack everything up and I'll write on the package what it is, right? So I'll write giveaway, live stream, or I'll write, backpack B because that's where it's shipping or whatever. Then I'll weigh it on my Rollo shipping scale. Highly recommend that Rollo shipping scale as well. Get that on Amazon. But anyway, I need to put together an Amazon store or something that has all this stuff that I recommend because there's so many things that I just love that I've gotten off of there. But anyway, I'll weigh it and then I'll write 10 ounces on the package, right? So now I have the name of where it's going and the weight on it. Then, once I have a bunch of packages all set up, I go on my Pirate Ship website. Another thing I highly recommend is pirateship.com. If you ship stuff semi-regularly and you don't own a business where you can use like Shopify or something, Pirate Ship. It also works with businesses. It's amazing. It's free. It's free and it saves you money. Do it. But I'll go to Pirate Ship and then I'll pay and set up all those shipments, and then I'll print out 10 labels, and then I just grab the labels and I go, okay, this one, and it has it written on there who it's for, slap it on, slap it on, slap it on. And that's how I do it. So I use the Sharpie constantly for that, right? I use it to mark things, like this had refills in it for this marker, so I wrote on here, Marksmith, right? Stuff like that. You'll see it all over the place. Brass, like it's just, Sharpie gets used a lot. If you guys know, you know. Some people maybe never use a Sharpie, but I mean, I probably use it more now that I own this because I love it so much, but I definitely was using a Sharpie or a pen is usually what I was using, was like a pen. I just write the name on the mailer, and you could barely see it because it was in pen on a freaking bubble mailer, and then I would have to hold it in the right light to see what I wrote. And this has made that so much easier. So anyway, you get the idea. It's a Sharpie, and it's amazing. Okay, but I want to put that point across, because a lot of people will look at it and say, this is $100, and that's how much these start at. I think might even be more now, but it's $100 Sharpie. Is that worth it? Well, those of us that have pens that cost that much, I would say instantly, yes, it's worth it. Those of us who have bought, I didn't buy this, but these are for sale. I mean, it's $150 for a pry bar, right, in titanium, or a fulcrum from Vero is around $100. Anything from Lynch Northwest, all that kind of stuff that we spend $100 on or more, this is in that category, and it's more useful than all of those things, in my opinion. So I think it's 100% worth it. We can pull it up real quick. Let me go over to, I guess I'll start with Amazon. Marksmith. So if I go here to Amazon, you're going to see it's a $99 in titanium. That's the version I have right here. And then if you want the version with, I guess with 2 refills, or is it because this one's, no, matte black. Pretty sure they all come with 2 refills, because every one I've gotten comes with one in it. And then in the package, there's a slot, and there's another one in there. Now, I'm not sure if that's how they do it for everybody. They did send me these. The company sent me these because I reached out to them asking about the product, and they were like, we'll send you one. And then I've absolutely fallen in love with it, and I was asking them about this finish because I didn't know it existed till I was at Blade West, and Ben from Jack Wolf had one. And I was like, shit, they make it in that finish? And I asked them about that, and then they were like, hey, we'll send you one in that finish. And I was like, shh, okay. And then now they have they have anodized titanium ones they're showing off on their website or their Instagram, and I'm drooling over those. I don't need more, but like, if I didn't own these already, I would 100% be buying one of those blue ones. But I mean, $100, that's what we spend on stuff like this, and that price doesn't bother me at all. The matte black, because of the coating, I suppose, is more expensive. It's $120. Now, from what I understand I actually watched my buddy Javon. Go check out Javon's Knife Flicks. I can never remember his channel name because it's different than what I call him and everything, but I'll link it down below. It's Javon's Knife Addict Life. That's what it is. Sorry. Sorry, John. I just always call you Javon, and then there's the Knife Flicks thing. So when he unboxed it, there was a card in there or something that said assembled in the U.S. from U.S. and global parts or something. It was like that Hoback thing where it said that stuff. So I always thought these were made in the U.S. So I may have said that in the past, and if I did and that's incorrect, I apologize. But sounds like it's assembled in the U.S. at least and made from some parts. And you can see them on their website where they are, or on their Instagram where they're like machining stuff. So they definitely make stuff here, but I just don't know the exact breakdown. And I don't want to be, caught in the middle of that shit that some people care about. So here it is on their website, $119, but if you put it into satin, I guess it's $119 as well. So if you go on Amazon, it is $20 cheaper for the titanium one. You can add engraving, which is, I guess, what I have. I thought this is lasering, but they're saying engraving here. Maybe that's different. Not sure. Up to 25 characters. And then they make it in the DLC coated in oh, never mind. That's satin black. So that's true. They have a shiny black, which is another thing. I wish I would have done that instead of this matte black, but I just was in a matte mood, I guess, when I picked this one. But that satin black looks stunning. So, like, I could literally own like 10 of these in all the finishes. So let me just go to their main website here so we can take a look. EDC gear, and there's the Marksmith. So let's see if we can, there we go, $99. So my bad, guys. It's $99, and I believe you can get this one in, I thought you could get it stonewashed as well, but maybe not. Maybe it just comes in this finish, and there's your custom engraving. But $100, I mean, or buy on Amazon with Prime. So they're even like pushing Prime there. Free domestic shipping, all titanium construction, low waste cartridges, lifetime warranty, hassle-free 30-day returns. The world's first solid metal retractable permanent marker. It was a Kickstarter. Absolutely fantastic. I really got to say, I love this thing. I want to just see if it says anywhere where it's made or anything like that, just so we can cover that part. I know some of you guys care. I don't care. If they tell us, you know, whatever it is, like it said in the box, then that's fine with me. They're not hiding anything, which is cool. It's grade 5 titanium. Screws are grade 5 titanium in T6 right there on the clip. Clip is removable. We're going to talk about the cartridges. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on this page about it. This one says, okay, hold on. Titanium bolt action permanent marker. Titanium bolt action highlighter. So you could put a highlighter refill in it. So maybe they're just kind of selling that as a separate thing to make it easy for people who want the highlighter. Here's your, oh, it's laser engraving. Okay, so it is lasering. That's $15. They sell the refills. So this is an important thing I wanted to point out to you guys. The refills are $5 for 2 of them. That's a good price because I actually bought permanent marker or retractable Sharpies and did it the other way to test it. Like I wanted to see either they were sold out or I wanted to see like if it's cheaper to do it yourself. So if you go over to Amazon and you search retractable Sharpie markers, I've bought them. You'll be able to see that probably. So right here, it's $5 for 2. Okay, that's probably what I bought. Yep, purchased. So it's $5 for 2 of these on Amazon, right? Just want to point that out. So if you go back to their website, it's $5 for 2. And what they're doing is they're making the refill for you. So the way this pen works or marker works is you have a absolutely seamless transition here. Just look at this. Tell me where the seam is. You tell me where the seam is. You can't. You literally cannot tell me. I'll show you. It's right there. Okay? Gone. I mean, absolutely fantastic machining. So, you unscrew this, and then inside of here is this. And that's it. That's it. There's no spring like a pen. There's nothing. There's just, obviously, there's the bolt. It's it. It's so simple. They use the Sharpie retractable refill. It does all the work. The way this works is there's a gate over this. Okay? Just got to get it to work. There's like a certain way it has to be pulled. Just give me a second. There you go. You got to pull it from the inside. I always forget. This is like a cover. So that's a door, and that's what keeps it from drying out. Because everybody asks that question. They say, that's great, but like, how do you keep that from drying out? Well, it's because they're using the Sharpie refill. So when you get a retractable Sharpie, you're not worried about it drying out, right? Because they have that figured out. Well, that's all built in here. So when you pull this down, that gate right there, you see that? That opens up. You pop it up, and it drops back over, and the marker slides down. So it literally covers the marker up. That's how this works. And there's a spring there. So when you put it back into the Sharpie, the bolt pushes that spring down, and then you lock it into place, and that keeps the Sharpie out. And then you write, boom, pop it up, and then that gate falls back closed. So you will hear a little bit of a rattle. And that's because there's 1 millimeter of play that they need to have that open space so that that gate can drop back on. And so it has that rattle there. But when you have it open, there's no rattle. So like the precision's amazing. It's just the way that refill works, they have to do that. So that's how they do it. But it's not just you get a Sharpie and then you just twist it open and you pull the refill out. That's not how it works. So what they'll send you is this. If you buy these yourself, like if you go to their website and you order the refills, right? This is what you'll get. Well, it depends on what you want, right? So I like black. These they sent me to test out. They sent me red, green, highlighter, and blue. And I think I threw away the red because I tried it and I didn't really want red. So I don't know. I think I just threw it maybe. I don't know. Or it's in one of these. But you can use any of those colors in this, which is really cool. So anything that Sharpie has in a retractable, you can put in here. Now, I really hope that in the future, they'll have a silver or a gold because I want to be able to write on a black package. That's the one problem I have with this is I can't write on a black package. If you have something black, this is not shiny, but like a black shiny bubble mailer, that doesn't show up well. I mean, it barely shows up here. But if they had like silver or gold, which you can buy markers in that, right? You can buy a gold or a silver metallic, whatever marker, but they don't make it in a Sharpie retractable. So I can't use it in this yet, that's like, when they make that, I'm going to be over the moon. But basically what they do is they take a cutter and they take the retractable Sharpie, you can see here, and they cut off the mechanism and everything, okay? And then you can pull out the refill. But the refill normally has a long stem on it. So they also cut it down to fit in here properly. So if you just took the refill out, right, which by the way, cutting this off, it's not hard, but you need something to be able to cut that off cleanly and not cause a whole mess. You then have to get this part cut right. So what I did was I bought 2 retractable Sharpies. I cut it out, right? I forget what I used. I think I used my Leatherman saw and I just sawed around it or something. I did something like that. Or I think I used a scissors from a multi-tool. I don't know. And then I just did the same thing. I took an old refill I had and I lined it up like this so I could see where I needed to cut it. And then I just drew a line on it. And then I took scissors or whatever and I cut this down so that it matched that height. That's literally what I did. And then now I can take the refills that I cut out and I can pop it in here and it'll work no problem. Right? But that's, it's not a lot of work, but it's work that you don't need to do because you can go to their website and buy these for $5. What was that? 3 cents more than what Amazon is charging for the refills. I'm just putting a charger in because my phone said it was dying. So for 3 cents more, you get it. It shows up like this, perfectly cut, ready to go. So I would recommend you buy the refills on their website. And I would just recommend when you buy the pen, you just order a couple of refills with it. That's the one reason I would go to their website to order versus Amazon. But it's up to you guys. And here's the highlighter. That's what that looks like. Pretty slick, right? I don't use highlighter a lot, but man, if I was in college or something, I'd be so stoked to have a Marksmith. Although they probably do everything digital now, don't they? Now, there's one more thing I want to talk about with the Marksmith, okay? I've already talked for 20 minutes about these. I know. It's amazing what I can ramble about. But when I love something, that's what I do, right? It's literally what I do. These are the coolest writing instrument. Now, it gets even cooler. If you're out there and you're like, yeah, Kev, this is really cool, but I'm only going to buy $100 titanium pen. I'm not a maniac, and or I didn't get these for review, right? Because that's a fair argument. A lot of you guys are going, yeah, Kev, but you got these for review. Like, you love them, you're being honest, but you got them for review. You didn't spend your money. I totally get that. Now, I would counter that by saying, if these disappeared, I would 100% buy them again. I would spend the money myself. I would buy both. Again, I'd probably get the shiny version of this, the satin version of this, and then I'd just buy this one again. I would spend $200 instantly, wouldn't even question it, replace the shit out of these immediately. So, if that's worth anything to you. Now, if you just are like, damn, Kev, yeah, but I don't need a $100 Sharpie and then a $100 pen and then, right? Well, they thought about that. They sell this. This is a conversion kit, okay? So we can look on their website, see how much this is, or I'm not sure, maybe it comes with them now, I'm not positive. The one thing I would say about this is if you're going to get the kit, I would recommend you get a black marker, and I'll show you why. Not the end of the world, but I would probably recommend the black. So you take that out, and then this comes in 3 pieces, all right? So you have your spring, you have your front, and you have your back. So you take a Parker style refill, which if you're like me and you like a ballpoint because you're left-handed, Parker all the way. If you like gel, you can use the Schmidt's Easy Flow 9000s. They'll fit. So you take this big-ass spring, you put it in there with the pen, and you'll see if I push, pen comes out of there. Then you take this and you put it on the back. It acts as the plunger or the, the cap, whatever you want to call it. And then this all just pops into the body. You take your cap. Oops. You thread it. Make sure you thread it right. Threading's really good, just saying. And you'll see this little nubbin sticks out. So that's the one reason I would say black makes more sense, because you're going to have this black little nubbin sticking out of your titanium pen. It's up to you. But then, bang, you have a really legitimate Parker pen here. And guys, the tip exposure is fantastic. You guys know I always talk about that. I hate when pens are just like this. Like you barely get any tip. I don't need just the tip. I need the whole thing. So there you go. You have a Parker refill now. You can, write to your heart's content. It's a thicker pen, obviously. It's not thin and streamlined like some other titanium pens. But you have multi-functionality with this. You now have this really nice mechanism, right? By the way, that rattle goes away when you put the pen in there because it doesn't need that space for the gate. But anyway, you now have a really fun, fidgety, bolt action Parker refill pen. Or you can easily switch over and now you have your Sharpie back, okay? Or you could add in the highlighter. Bang, you got a highlighter. Like, it's just very versatile. And before you guys ask, because I know it's going to come up in the comments, I'm going to go back to Amazon real quick. If you want the ultra fine, they will not fit, okay? I tried the ultra fine refills. Now, maybe Soulbuilt can correct me if they watch this, but I bought these to test and they did not fit. So some people really like these ultra fine tip ones, but they would not work in the Marksmith. So hopefully that answers that question for some of you guys. I know you're curious. I get that question a lot. Let me see about that refill Parker conversion kit. Let's see how much that costs real quick. Here's all the refills you can buy directly off their site. You can buy the pack for $10.99. You'll get all the colors except for black. I don't think I ever had an orange one or pink. That's interesting. Maybe that's red and that's orange. I don't know. Here it is. Pen refill. Look, I mean, it's $12. $12. It says Parker G2, so I'm not sure what that means. Can you choose? So it looks like this is out of stock right now, but this says it's compatible with Parker G2 style refills. I'm not sure if they got that right. If you guys watch this, I would double check that because I don't think there's a such thing as Parker G2. G2 are the larger ones, and then there's mini G2. And then Parker's kind of a middle size. They're different brands and everything. So I would check that because I'm pretty sure this is only going to work with Parker refills, not G2. So you might disappoint some people there. But I could also be wrong. Custom spraying, and then it comes with the refill, which is pretty damn cool. And here it says these are the ones that fit in there. It's got Parker. It's got all that shit. Otto, Parker Gel, Schmitz. Yeah, see, it doesn't even have G2 on here. I think they're just confusing. I don't know why it says G2 anywhere on here. It shouldn't, I think. But I've been wrong before. I would remove that G2 from. Anyway, $12. I mean, I doubt that that is on Amazon. We can see. You can see Soulbuilt Marksmith and just see if. So they have Soulbuilt Marksmith, and then there's marker pens, and yeah, they're not going to have the conversion kit, unfortunately. But it does look like they have the refills for the highlighter, which is interesting. So you can actually buy, are these from Soulbuilt? Sold by Engineerable. I believe that is Soulbuilt, actually. If I'm not mistaken, if we go up here, this will probably tell us if it's sold by Engineerable as well. Yeah, Engineerable. So let's see if we can click on them and see if it goes to their store. Visit the storefront. Okay, here you go. So they have some other stuff. They have a charging dock. I don't know what all this stuff is, but hey, here's your refills for the Sharpie. So you can get it on Amazon. So you can get a 2-pack. Oh, but it's $10. So if you get free shipping on their website for the pen, the marker, I would just get the marker and add refills when you order. That's what I would do. But anyway, there you go, guys. That's an exhaustive review on the Soulbuilt Marksmith permanent marker bolt action pen. This thing is amazing. It really is. I'll be honest, I haven't really rocked one of these with the Parker refill for very long, just because I have titanium pens that I really like, and they definitely are thinner, and it makes more sense for me. But let's say I was traveling, or I was not trying to spend a ton of money, you could get it all in one package. You spend $120, you could get this pen right here, this marker right here with the pen refill insert. Spend $120, and then all right, make it $130. Add an extra pack of refills. Now you got 4 Sharpie refills and a Parker refill and the conversion kit. That's pretty damn good for $130 in my opinion. And just so you guys know, I use it every single day. Now I don't work in a warehouse where I use it 1,000 times a day. I use it probably 5 times a day, right? I'm writing on 5 or 6 packages a day, something like that. And I've had it for 6 months, had them total for 6 months, and I've had to swap the refill 1 time. And the only reason I had to swap the refill was because it dried out. And before you question the pen or the marker, it was because I left it open. I had friends over, and we were QCing Divo nips, and one of my buddies, Nate, he dropped a knife on his foot. And it was rainy that day, so I had them take their shoes off to come up and do the QC, so it was right through his foot. And he started bleeding and whatever. And I had the marker out. I was writing on a cardboard box, marking down the quantities of the nip. And I, heard him go, oh, shit, or whatever. And I took the marker and just chucked it into the box, open. Didn't realize. And then, of course, everything happened, and I didn't know where the hell the thing was. I thought I lost my Marksmith. I went absolutely mad for about 3 hours. I was messaging all the guys like, hey, is it in your knife case? Like, did I accidentally put it in your knife case? Like, can you check? And I eventually searched every box, and I had to pull out 100 nips to find my my Marksmith. That's how much I care about this thing, just saying. But at that point, the marker had been out for 3 or 4 hours, and it had dried up, and I couldn't fix it. I thought maybe I just, push and write a little bit, and it would start flowing again. But it fully dried out, and I had to put a new refill in. That refill was probably halfway done. So in 6 months of daily use, but not like heavy daily use, I didn't even use a full refill. So if you get 4 of these with it, buy 2 extras when you buy it, I think it'll last you a long time. If you work in a warehouse and you use it all day, every day, I would just buy a few of the extra refills. And at that point, maybe it is worth buying the retractables in bulk on Amazon and then snipping them yourself, But there you go. Soulbuilt Marksmith, best writing instrument on the planet right now. Fight me. I love it. Thank you to them. I mean, amazing company. Thank you for sending these to me to review. I can't live without these now. Again, if they disappeared, I would replace them immediately. Both of them. If I had, just endless, fuck it type money, I would own every version that exists. I still am thinking I might get the blue one, but I have 2. It's kind of a little bit overkill to have 3, but that blue is sexy. So anyway, there you go. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Check the links down below if you want to pick one of these up. Highly recommend, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.